Alright, so today's going to be a video comparing these two machines here. They're both from 2005, except one's a Dirt Devil and one's a Bissell. So, starting out on the bottom, you can see they're both 12 amps. This one actually has a motor guard, which means there's a little screen protecting the fan in case, maybe you forgot to put the filters in. At least that would stop larger debris from getting into the fan. My Victory has that same thing. They both got like a bumper. This one's like really big, but this one's actually more of like a rubber, soft. This one's, it's still rubbery, like it will prevent like actual scratches, but it's gonna maybe still scuff. And this one is honestly more chance of scuffing itself because it's actually pretty soft. Like you can actually put your nail in it, like per ways. But yeah, they both have a height adjustment knob. This one's got 3, 4, 5. Kind of like newer Bissells. This is an older Bissell, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're both very easy to turn. This is actually kind of dirty. What all these spots are, probably like cleaner from cleaning other machines while it was sitting nearby. But yeah, they both got 12 amps. This one's got dual edge cleaning. Still don't get that because this one is honestly gets closer to the edge than this one does. But yeah, so that's that. This one actually has the headlight right here. So that means wiring is probably going from the motor housing into the space and somewhere in here. And then this one's got it on the body, like the, machine itself, the unit, right here. This is a wide beam headlight is what Bissell called it. You can see it is pretty wide, and it does actually like shine some light. Some of these cleanview 2s had a bayonet style bulb. This one in particular has the peanut, which I prefer because you can find them easier. This one also takes the peanut style bulb, same bulb, I think. Actually, that looks a bit different, but I think it's the same. I need to clean it in there. I just haven't figured out how to get these screws out because they're really small. They're far back in there, plus I can't find a screwdriver that'll even fit in the hole. As I see, HEPA media releases clean air, traps 100% of pollen and ragweed, 99.97 of the other dust and allergens, which is a load of shit, honestly. I would rather this one claimed that it filtrated better because now this one actually doesn't spew that much. It doesn't spew, but they do let out dust, both of these do. But at least this one has a HEPA media filter. Now there is probably air that leaks else places with these Bissells. It usually leaks around the belt pulley. But at least the air that comes out of here is going to be cleaned. This one, literally, if you look in there, there is nothing. The motor is right there. So, yeah. I don't want to see what else. Bins, this one there will be separate reviews on both of these, but this one you pull up. And it pulls out. I don't know why that was so hard. Why was it's never been that hard to get out before. There we go. You can see this seal actually does trap most of the stuff. You can see why this opening is big. You would think they would make it as big as this, but they make it. You can see the dust line. You can see the seal still stops the dust. This is all just static, but it actually doesn't really leak much dust, believe it or not. And then this one, to get the bin out, you just do that, and then your bin assembly will come out. This Bissell has a little bit of cyclonic technology. Now in the video comparing this to my original cleanview, I've explained how all this works, but this one does have this little thing to help keep the filter clean for longer, create a little more airflow in section and stuff like that. Yeah. I actually really like the color, the color scheme of this. A lot of people don't like the green that these have, but I like it. Now this one, it was just off the top. And probably one of the worst to loosen it. There's no seal whatsoever. Although I never see any dust leaking out of there, and I've actually used this quite a bit. Now this doesn't actually thread on, it actually just pushes on. I just usually like kind of turn it to help it come off easier. But yeah, this one's got a filter right there. This takes a style F1 filter. This takes style 9 filters and belts. Yep. And this Dirt Devil Ultra Vision Turbo. And this is a Bissell Cleanview 2 bagless. You can see on the front of this one it says Turbo Tool. I don't have the original Turbo Tool. And bin, and you know, that long, nice long hose, longest bagless warranty. They were really freaking striving, weren't they? Longest bagless warranty. I mean, it does have a pretty long warranty, a 6-year motor warranty. That's actually really good. But especially considering these Dirt Devils have some of the best motors in them. Like, they are actually really well built motors. I forget what the company is that made these motors for these, but it's a very good motor. So yeah, that's how that works. Now, I don't have any of the original attachments for this thing. Intelitech Studios said if he ever comes across the turbo brush, he'll either sell it to me, or he actually never did respond to that, but I told him that I would either buy it off of him by itself, or maybe I would pay a little extra for him to include it with one of my other purchases. I don't know what is up with the color contrast there. Clearly, there are like 2 different types of, you know, I don't know. But yeah, so this was my little turbo brush that I made for it. It's actually a Kenmore Progressive turbo tool, but I painted the top piece like this cool color scheme, trying to kind of replicate the color of this machine, and I kind of failed. But I mean, I still think it looks kind of cool. And I just taped off this piece so that there would still be some of the original. Yeah, but there would be a proper turbo brush here. See, this one has the power you can see that all of these Dirt Devils have. It actually is similar to a Eureka Ultima, where it has this hose going up to here and then stops, and then has the hose mounting right there, so you don't have to bend it all the way down. But yeah, so when it comes to the attachments and stuff. Now, this one came with all the attachments. But, so they both have a 25-foot cord, I believe, but this one, if you want to use your attachment, I guess it would just be easier if I turn it, ouch, if I just turn it all the way around. So on the Dirt Devil, the handle release is broken. Yeah, it's broken. It's broken, but not broken. It just needs a spring, and, well, the plastic piece itself is also cracked, so I need to find a replacement. Some dust is actually gathered on this thing. Oh wow, what the hell? A lot of dust, actually. So this one, like I said, I don't have any of the original attachments, but I did put a Dirt Devil dusting brush and upholstery tool. I don't think that's the one it would have came with, but that's as close as I could find. It barely fits on the hose, but it fits good enough. And then obviously you would have had a proper turbo brush right here, and then also an extension on a crevice tool here. But this Eureka crevice tool works on it, so I just put it on this little peg. But yeah, so if you want to use your attachments, you got your hose here. And you can do your, whatever you're doing. And then this one actually has a really nice thing that I like with the handle. Now, a lot of people don't like these because it's kind of a weird spot. Like, it kind of doesn't give you a lot of leverage. It would be easier if it was maybe like right here so that you could kind of have some more leverage on it. But this is okay for most cases. But yeah, this one came with all of its attachments. But yeah, if you just want to, use your attachments, you just put it in there and go to work. I actually really like the handle. As I said, a lot of people didn't, but and then obviously your crevice tool, which these older Bissells actually had really nice crevice tools with a nice design on the end. Some of them actually had ventilation holes. This one in particular did not. Because this is when they first started doing a couple of cheaper things, cheapening it up a little bit. there like that. If you get a clog, untwist, just like that. Get a clog, untwist. Done with your clog. Twist it back in. That didn't really sound good. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then this one's also got a combo tool. I believe this one would have came with a combo tool, like all the Dirt Devils did, so I'm gonna say it. But yeah, how this one works. So this is the dusting brush way, and then if you want to use it as a combo tool, this slides off. Just, yeah, brushed. I don't know. This might not have been what it came with, but that's what I've got, and it kind of sort of fits on the end of the hose. Show you. So you can see how that works. Hose tool. And then I just need to find an extension wand. I'm not really too concerned about having all the original attachments, because I have the original machine. But yeah, and then this one, how this one works, you can see how the suction's going towards the brush right now. If you want to see how it's blocked over here, all you do is turn this little, here, 1 second. Oops. You can see. So you see how the suction's at the upholstery right now, and it's blocked over here. All you do is turn it, and now your suction is going towards the brush. Now, one tip for these machines, just keep your brush facing to the right, so if you open up your filter door, it doesn't go into your bristles. Got your on-off switch there. This one's got a foot pedal, which most of these older Dirt Devils actually have the ability to shut themselves off, almost. A lot of them, if you put your hand on the end of the hose, this almost acts as a suction release valve, and it actually pulls itself down. But yeah, they both got, most vacuums have that pedal just right here, besides like Dysons and stuff. And this one is not broken. This is one of the best purchases I've ever made. It's actually in really good condition. Almost new. Not almost new, but it is like actually, like it was very well taken care of. Clearly like one of those things where like maybe a grandma owned it, passed away and didn't need it anymore. Maybe it sat in a garage for a while and didn't get used. But yeah. So that's how you use the attachments and stuff. Now one thing about this Dirt Devil is for the handle, instead of just having a screw going into the body to hold the handle on, see this little thing here? It goes into the body, and then there's a screw hidden behind this turbo brush right there that goes into this blue thing. So this blue thing goes through the handle and over to here, so the screw can go into it, then it just kind of clamps, pinches the handle into the body. There. It's got like a sanitaire handle almost. It's got like these nice, comfortable grips. I mean, they're not like the most comfortable thing, but they are passable. It is very heavy on the arm. It is a very heavy machine on the arm. But, I mean, just picking it up, inject. Yeah, it could use a little bit of repair. See, this over here is broken off. I tried to fix it with a screw. Oh crap, I gotta go upstairs. 1 second, guys, I'll be back to finish the video. One more thing is the ruffles. Are you serious? Yeah, that was broken on this. It's not the funnest thing to deal with. Okay, so you can see this has the helix type, helix designed screw. You guys see that? Standard base plate. See why I don't get the dual edge cleaning? It looks just like every other vacuum. So I don't know what that's all about. Reasonably stiff bristles, but they're also really dense. Axle wheels. This actually has pop-in wheels, but they're actually really decent quality. Normally pop-in wheels, you know, it snaps in like that, aren't very good, but these ones are actually really decent. And these are axle wheels. Also, not too stiff, but reasonably dense for sure. Bristles. Got all your screws to take up plates on both of them. But yeah, so that's the bottoms. And I think that's the end. I think I've went over everything. They go through the flat thing. But the Bissells are really good at it. See this one? The cord lifts it up a little bit so it doesn't really... That's as low as this one will go, which is nowhere near, like the Bissell handle touches the floor. This one is nowhere near touching the floor.